Hey, it's pasthisprime here, and welcome back to Homeseek, where we're continuing our first playthrough of the game, and we are continuing with Chapter 5, Part 1, and we have major problems with water. Well, water's actually okay. That was me, because I reshuffled everything around and I destroyed all the water storage to do it, which was not a smart idea, but I did it. And we've got this elaborate scheme that I was trying to do up here to try and get water to this farm over here, and I can't work it out still. So I don't know what to do, because nothing says that it will go across over here. I can't get anything to go over there. I don't know what to do. Yeah, so I don't know if there's some thing we're missing. I need to get that going in a minute, but we need some more power. So that's where we're at. So let's get cracking. Now, if they hurry up and build this thing, which they've now done, thank you. Now we can get a lot of power. And hopefully now I can turn that on. Okay, let's do the input. There wasn't any new research, was there? Hang on, let me just have a look. No, because it would have had an orange light there. Nah, there's nothing else there. Okay. Yeah, not really fussed by any of that. We will chuck in you just for the sake of it. Alright, and we'll get moving. Get our water up. I have no solution to the food. I mean, unless... I can't go because... we don't have food. Okay, here's a thing. Is it this? Okay, this is going to waste resources, but if I destroy that connection, I'm just wondering if it is that. You son of a... Okay, there you go. So we were contaminating that. That's the problem. Yes. Okay. So what we're going to do... I'm going to kill that. I'm going to kill that. Now, this produces... So hang on, let me see. So that converts it into pour. That's salted. We don't have... That just takes pour. So a wok is useless to us. Okay. So that was our problem. Why has this got all these connections? No, it's just the screw. It's just the way they draw it, but it's not actually connected. There might have still been a better way to do this, but I don't know what it would have been. Because could we have plumbed that up? No, it didn't let me take that straight to an Archimedes screw. So there really wasn't a better way to do this, other than maybe go through this step and then... I don't know. Anyway, hopefully, well, this might help things. No guarantees. We have just enough power. Alright, gymnasium. This place... Oh, this is... Okay, this is exactly... I'm not going to read this one because this is exactly the same as the last one. I don't know if you get a different outcome. Let's pick a different one. Last time we picked rowing machine, so let's pick... let's do a bench press. Take some time grunting and groaning, but manage a few repetitions. I have no idea if you get a different result. It's going to be hard to tell because we might get a different result just from this playthrough in the first place. It seems to be going well until the bench collapses. The bar comes down across the windpipe of one intrepid party member. They recover but receive nasty bruises to their throat. Great. Yeah, you weren't meant to be playing. We enter the locker rooms. All of the metal boxes are open and empty save one, which is sealed. In untidy black ink are scrawled the words Butcher's Locker, open and feel the pain. Okay, we never did this one either, so... Let's open it. We waste no time and jiggle the lock and the door opens. What happens? Come on. The most terrifying things within are some unwashed boxer shorts and a picture of a toothless man we presume is Butch. We also find some keys, an electronic device, some dark glasses and a pair of huge red gloves. We take it all for scrap. Leaving through the reception area, we both marvel and cringe at the motivational posters adorning each wall. We slowly make our way out, reading the posters. Okay, what's happened here? We've got a lot of water. Now we're starting to get some food. Okay. Okay, we might be able to save this. Ah, oh, so bloody happy that we've found a solution. Now we are on the edge with the power. We could get more, but what is that? Perfectly fine. Cloudy, so no solar, that's fine. Heat wave, that's going to be bad. Okay, we've got that one. Smoke. What is this? There will be no water losses from water storages during heat waves. Wow, that is very good. We might have to get that to replace depression. So, is that what we got? Yeah, okay. We got a zoo and a family practice. These guys have got nothing to eat. Got a little bit of water. Hang on. 7 hours, 4 hours. Gather zoo. Actually, you know, we could send off another party. With no food, but they're starving now anyway. Okay. We can take all the water. And we can take a fair bit of scrap. No, let's just do 500, 600, whatever. Okay, you guys are going to go to the family practice. Alright, let's go. Oh. Oh, our other party died. Bugger. No, I can't. There's no supplies. Alright, I guess we're just going to family. Oh, hang on. What is that still there then? Wait, what? Wait, they're still going. I thought they left. Wait, hang on. I mean, we can do a generic law. Probably makes sense to do that. Okay, which one are we going to? The zoo. Okay, this place... Have we done the zoo already or not? I don't know. This place is among the most surreal we have found, full of the bones of 100 different beasts, as extinct and alien to us as the dinosaurs must have seemed to our ancestors. The skeletons range from the tiny to the monstrous, and it's chilling to think that all manner of creatures used to share the earth with us. Perhaps they deserve to be here more than we do. The faded colours hint that this was once a happy place rather than the graveyard it's become. We lower our heads in the sandstorm and advance towards the huge gates we could see just moments ago. Suddenly, two monstrous creatures rear over us. We freeze before realizing they are just statues and form part of the zoo's entrance. We leap the turnstiles. A sign directs us as if we are tourists. In a sense, we are tourists of the wasteland. Head left to the kids zone or head right to the aviary. We are curious as to what the words mean. Go to the aviary. We waste little time walking to some tall meshed enclosures. We peer inside. The ground is littered with hundreds of tiny skeletons. We kick open the door and examine an old feather caked in dust. Could we use this in our research? There are feeders full of old seeds. We take some. Perhaps they can still grow in the right conditions. Oh, we got some food. The paths join up in a central plaza. A sign saying rainforest catches our attention. Our mouths go dry at the sound of the word. We hurry on, but do not find what we had hoped. We hurry on, but do not find... Oh, I already said that. What the hell? I looked away for 2 seconds and then jumped back to the same sentence. We enter a huge enclosure but must cross a rope bridge to proceed. There's a deep gorge below where water once flowed but now just a dusty rock awaits. Send the lightest member across. We have a bad feeling. Reinforce the bridge with scrap, please. Okay, what's happening in the camp here? Are we getting any food? What's happening? It says 6 hours. We could have actually... Could we? Oh, we might have been able to research more people in the farm. Okay, family practice. Just like our own camp, small communities require access to medicines. We've seen huge buildings with hundreds of beds and machines, but here we find something more basic, more familiar. It's a personal level of care that hints at the good intentions some of our ancestors had. Small village is in ruins. Dust and sand is piled up around abandoned cars and blocked doorways. The faded sign that says Dr. Thomas's surgery notifies us we are in the right place. What should we do? Make a shovel from scrap and remove the sand blocking the door, or climb onto the low roof and enter through a window. No, do that one. Okay, yep. The sand is piled deep, but when shifted, the door creaks open on its own accord. Inside there is a small waiting room and reception area. At the end of a short corridor there's a locked door. What should we do? Search the reception area for a key or grab the fire extinguisher from the wall and break down the door. Let's look for a key. Okay, we take some time to rifle through the drawers and cabinets, as well as finding a bunch of keys. We also find a small fridge with unopened bottles of water. Oh, beautiful. The doctor's office is untouched. We spin a high-backed chair around and recoil when we see the shriveled, long-haired corpse still seated there. An empty syringe lies on her lap. The name badge tells us this was Dr. Thomas. We take our time searching every corner of the room. Clearly suicide. Doctor suicide. Lucky if the doctor has that ability, hey? No one else does. This is saying 2 hours we should get a huge batch of food. I really hope we do. So we got a new thing. Okay, let's go to the food one. Right, so if I add an extra worker... Hang on, pause please. Joys, stop going. Okay. They have finished? Was that the zoo? Oh god, what happened? Okay. It groans and sways, but holds under our weight. We cross one by one and explore the dry, dead rainforest. The plaque tells us that the warm, wet weather allowed life to thrive. We examine the bones. Some of the skeletons look strangely human-like. We end up in something called an aquarium. It's empty now, but skeletons the size of old burnt-out buses lie at rest. It's terrifying to imagine such creatures sharing the world with us. We take some time to examine all the information boards with pictures and descriptions. This place is a morbid museum, but it can teach us much if we have the time to study. It is curious how our ancestors used these living animals as a means of education. We have discovered the law smaller rations. Citizens' daily food and water needs are reduced by 5, but their max happiness is also reduced by 25%. Ooh. Got to toss that one up, don't we? Alright, ferry terminal. Who do we send? Do we just go for broke? You've got no water, but you've got food and scrap. You've got everything, but you're not finished yet. That is a good question. You know what? Let's bring you back. We don't want to lose too many people or we're going to fail this. When is this food coming out? Come on, give me a bunch of food. It's 99%. Come on, man. Starving? Depressed? What? What do you mean? You've got... Oh, you haven't got any food. You got lots of water, though. Okay, so what happened? Got the water. Yeah, okay. We get more than what we came for. Stocking up on bandages, needles, tablets that apparently kill pain, and some stainless steel scissors and scalpels. We hurry back to camp to put them to good use. Only if I send you back. Okay, you know what? We're going to do it. I'm going to send them back. We're going to send a good... Oh, look at that! Oh, look at all that food. We are going to sail now. Oh, we don't get another decision, so we've already locked in that one decision. Okay, I thought we would get another decision point. So now, hang on. Yeah, alright, we've got people that are disappearing now. So, I need to max out stuff. Oh, yeah, because this is the problem. Things are going to start shutting down now. So we're not going to really have the max workers that we might have thought we had. We don't have any salt water, so that's probably okay. We've got a ton of food now. We've probably got more power than we need. I'm worried about this heat wave though. Because is that gonna... Oh no, it's the ocean. That shouldn't dry up. Would it? I hope not. Hang on a second, we've got... It said we had an extra generic slot. Okay, so one party's back. Fewer citizens in the camp means less productivity. People are annoyed to have been overlooked and tempers are growing short. When two citizens come to blows, we call for a camp meeting. We cut the rations of the two offenders by half and warn that if anyone else causes trouble, they will receive the same treatment. This cannot go on. Make an example of the two citizens, or stress is a killer. Let's organize a fun event. Doing something fun might help break the tension and reforge friendships. For one night, we agree to enjoy extra food and play some music. You know what? I'm all for that. Sabotage. Oh, not this bloody sabotage crap again. Every time. Okay, we're gonna have to work out what we're gonna do here. Damage. Supplies take a bit of a hit from the festivities, but after a while laughter is heard and someone makes a rousing speech about how we are all one big family and that we are all going to make it out. Some people linger on the edges, reluctant to take part, but the overall mood of the camp feels less tense. Tension will rise in the settlement. Why will it rise? It feels less tense. It should fall. Is that a typo? Because why would it rise? That's so dumb. Anyway, whatever. Right, we've lost people everywhere, so this is... Oh, somebody's left from depression. What? Are we going to fail? We might not make it. We might not have enough people. Oh, this is bad. This is real bad. Okay, what do I do? What do I do now? We don't actually need that power. We don't actually have any salt water right now. I want to send the other expedition, but it's a bit tricky right now. cloudy. Clouds. Okay. Understood. We don't have solar, so it's all good. Okay, now Expedition's back. I don't know when this ship's going to want to go again. But we need to create a new party. Wait, what happened? Where's our people? Crap. We got no people. Okay. I need to get people from places. I don't know where to get them from. I'm gonna give them poor water. I'll give them a bit of food. And a fair bit of scrap. $600. I need you guys to find the captain's brother. It's a long trip though. Don't fail me, guys. How do we keep this running? Yeah, I don't know. I guess we're going to have to shut some of this down. It's going to be tricky. Propaganda. Come dawn, we find a worrying slogan painted across the water tower. In red paint it says, "Beware those who drink deeply." Nobody admits to the act, but several heads nod as if agreeing with the statement. The atmosphere in camp has changed. There's a sense of mistrust that was not present before. It is evident in everything from subtle gestures to sideways glances in the food hall. Good humor feels forced and shallow. There is an austerity about camp that puts everyone on edge. -16 happiness. Ugh. Okay, things are getting worse. Alright, understood. Alright, how are we gonna fix this? I don't know. None of it really is of great help. We have tons of food. Actually, our storage is full. So maybe we can drop that down. And get more people in the water. Head of schedule. The arc returns, and for once the captain seems happy. His smile widens when we present the propeller and rudder we discovered at the Maritime Museum, and he puts them to use immediately. Learning the ropes quest will commence. Okay. It commences and completes. We get +3 happiness. Well, that's pretty good. We were definitely ahead of schedule. Alright, here we go. Ferry terminal. The days when people could come and go freely have long passed. Whatever happened to the ferries that were here is another in a long litany of unanswered questions. Stolen, sunken, stripped, scrapped. Either way, the terminal itself is in ruins and the sea has picked away at it like dogs at a corpse. Tired of the captain's demands, we trudge up to the defunct ferry terminal. As expected, there are no boats and the place is in ruins. A shrill voice halts as us in our tracks, warning us to turn back or die. What should we do? Explain that someone called the captain sent us. Sure, let's do that. We wait anxiously, time passing as the silence swallows our words. Whoops. Hang on. Okay, just when we think we are being ignored, a mad laughter echoes around the walls. Captain, Captain, it mocks. We share concerned glances, but nothing else happens. He asks us what message we bring. We are uncertain what response will incur the least anger. What should we do? Okay, tell him we know the captain is his brother and that he wishes to make amends. Tell him we don't trust the captain and would prefer his brother to come to the island. Try the amends. Oh crap, what's happened? Keeping harmony. 2 expeditioners have died. Well, I didn't get to read it. As we wait for the Ark's return, discussions over who will leave next become heated. Small groups whisper among themselves we need to re-establish harmony before the situation exacerbates. Increasing rations will be counterproductive, soldier on. Nobody asked for this. We must just buckle down and get on with it. The harder we work, the more we ration, the sooner we will all be out of this mess. Increase rations as an incentive to remain longer in the camp. For any who agree to stay behind, we offer slightly larger rations of food and water to appease them. Is that really going to help us? Fine. Now, what the heck happened here? What? The captain's brother spent some time considering our words. A sudden explosion rips through the building. We dive to the floor as rubble and fire pelt and burn our skin. When the dust settles, we see 2 of our people lie dead. The explosion has caused part of the ceiling to collapse and our attacker is pinned beneath a huge piece of concrete. We approach the captain's brother. He gives an unhinged laugh as blood trickles from the corner of his mouth. He raises his hand and with a final breath whispers, "You go to your doom." Oh, great. So should we have picked the other option? Okay. With his brother, well, you ain't going to be making amends. Okay, now that we've fulfilled the captain's request, we should deliver the news of his brother's fate. The captain's brow is etched with grief. He looks away for a time, and when at last he turns, we see nothing but resignation. He nods grimly and moves to the helm. There is nothing left for him here now, and his fate lies with our own. Give the captain the news. Okay, we've done that. Take the ring from his hand. It will have to be enough to satisfy the captain. Of course, we'll report his brother was already dead when we arrived. No point in causing unnecessary problems. Hopefully this will be put put an end to this unpleasant business. Well, come back. I just hope if anybody else leaves, we are done, because we literally have just enough people, I think, by my math. Yeah. So we could be in big trouble here. This could just all fall apart. Now, what I want to do, I want to keep the food trickling in, but we don't need that much food. So I'm thinking, let's drop you. Petty theft. Increasing rations seem to have satisfied the camp. There are some complaints of people drinking more than they should, but nothing more comes of it for now. Tensions will rise. When will they not rise? Okay, because that's our drinking water. Alright, when can we send another boat? I'm really worried about our people dying, and then I fail instantly. We could increase our food storage. What are we researching? Workforce increase for water collector. No, that's fine. It's not going to be fast because we've only got one person in there, but it's better than nothing. Okay, the ark is ready. Right, we're going to have to set sail. Another 6 people. Okay, so we've got a lot of food. I'm wondering, can we stop the food production? Hang on. Let's pause for a second. I want to see what we've got. Because we're getting low on the water. You drop the medical. I'm really worried about that. Let's increase that. Yeah, we've got tons of food right now. So I'm wondering if we just shut the food thing down. But if we do that, then we could shut that down. Just run those. Keep cranking the water. Problem is we've got to keep going. The people are going to keep leaving. We've got to... I mean, we can always shut down our research. Okay, food's below the cap now. A close shave. In the falling daylight, the ark returns. It narrowly missed the rocks at the entrance to the bay, which would have spelled disaster. The captain refuses to sail again until we light a fire in the old lighthouse at dusk and dawn. How do we do that? We need to repair the steps to the lighthouse in order to light a beacon for when the Ark returns. Have 750 at 18 p.m. so we can repair the steps and reach the lighthouse upper floor. Okay. Okay, well that causes a bit of problem. Now, the problem is these things keep bloody doing new filters. Now, this is not doing anything, so how about we turn that filter off? Got to keep that one on. I can't do anything about that. Actually, let's turn it off. Oh, new recruits. As expected, the captain's men finally arrive at a camp. We welcome them cordially, although some concern is expressed at the sudden influx of mouths to feed. Plus 21 people. 200 scrap. Alright, hold on. Well, we can probably turn that back on. Oh, there's not much there. Oh, I got a lot of bloody people now. Still going to hold off on the farm. Let's put one in there. Let's max out that. Still got 7 people. Oh, get that power back on. Alright, we're just going to focus on the water for a bit. We crank up the food again in a minute. Yeah, there's some sick and hungry people here. Okay, what was I just thinking of doing? I was thinking of researching something. What was it? Oh, was it food storage? No. I mean, it might have been. Extra people in that? No. I mean, you could do extra people in that or the food storage. Okay, we've got a lot of people now, so we've got to make sure we've got the scrap. I'm just concerned about this. No, I'm going to turn that off because I'm really worried about that. Bitterness. With fewer people in camp, confrontations become inevitable. In the evening food queue, there is an altercation between 2 citizens from different groups. A plate clatters to the floor, spilling the food. The victim claims he was pushed and the accused denies it. There are no impartial witnesses. Assume it was intentional, nip this sort of thing in the bud. This behaviour will not stand and is at the detriment to the entire camp who are hungry and striving to accumulate supplies. Make the accused hand over his plate to the victim as a lesson to all. Assume it was an accident and make light of it. Gloss over the incident. We are all tired. Accidents happen. Replace the food and tell everyone to sit down and enjoy their meal. Yep. Bad blood. Someone shouting is heard from across the camp where 2 groups of citizens are arguing. Accusations are made about an attempted bribery onto the next voyage. The remaining citizens quickly separate the 2 groups, attempting to quell the situation. Speak with diplomacy. Tell both groups that their conspiracy theories are unfounded and prove it by electing several members from each group for the Ark, demonstrating that everyone has an equal chance. Speak with authority. Grow up, children. Do you think any of us asked for this? We'll settle it by taking both groups off the list and choose those who have not been causing trouble. Perhaps from now on they will act more rationally. Oh, geez, both is good. Let's go with diplomacy. Oh God, what now? Right. They look stunned at first, then faces grow flushed. Both groups are suddenly united in their anger and turn upon the intermediary as well as on each other. Fists and feet lash out and some weapons are drawn. By the time it has been brought under control, several people are seriously injured and there has been some damage to the water supply. Oh, for God's sake. The main offenders are identified and later forcefully evicted from camp. Tensions will rise greatly. We're in the red. Yep, 2 people left. Well, they got kicked out, but yeah. We're about to go into a heat wave. Hang on. Yeah, okay. Right, we have to change the filter. Okay, we can afford it. I just don't want it automatic. Alright, okay, let's drop that. Bump that up. Okay, that is boosted now. That's our water. Let's upgrade the food storage. We haven't got the food thing going, but that's, I think, okay at the moment. So what are we waiting for? Waiting for... Oh God, accident. The citizen falls from the bridge whilst transporting scrap. Oh no, don't take my scrap. His body is swept away to sea. There is a heated discussion which reveals the deceased to have been one of the men involved in the confrontation in the food hall. We are unable to ascertain the cause of the accident. Come on, guys. You are determined to make this not work, aren't you? Come on. Oh, hang on. Wait. Let's crank up another one. Okay, we've got a lot of seawater now. We probably don't need... Yeah, we'll just see this out till 1800. We're going to have another bloody disaster. Food capacity. Alright, let's just upgrade the water one. Right, anchors away. It's getting increasingly difficult to decide who goes and to balance what we need to survive. I thought we had to do that. We make our choices. Nobody feels much like talking. Fix the lighthouse and sail now. Yes. Okay, +3 happiness. 6 people have sailed. Hold on. Let's have a look. We need to make sure things are still working. We've still got food. We've still got water. We've got no spare people. We've got enough power, even though we've lost that. Oh, this is getting tougher. Now we've got 3 people spare. Hang on. Boost that. I'm still fine to hold off on the water. What's this like? Let's get another person in there. The research is fine. Oh, not again. Cave story. We find a stash of clean water and food in a nearby cave. Someone has evidently been skimming off the top, perhaps as a backup plan. We recover the contraband, but a rock placed as a trap crushes the legs of 2 of our party. We wait and catch the culprit. They have been with us since the beginning, and it is with heavy hearts we must exile them. Some try to convince us to forgive them, but we simply cannot survive with treachery among us, and cannot condone an act that could have easily killed one of our citizens. Anger and regret crease every brow. Right, we get food and water back, but we lose a citizen. Well, luckily we got that 21 people came in. I mean, I don't know if it's decisions I'm making that's causing this, or it's just was going to happen because, I mean, what am I doing? Oh, you and your stupid filter. Yeah, we got people in the scrap. We're not going to get much more scrap, so this is concerning. We just need his boat to come back. Alright, on the rocks. Oh no. Upon its return, the ark collides with some submerged rocks. A terrible scraping sound echoes across the bay. It makes it to land, but has a long crack running the length of its hull. We will have to patch it before another journey, but fear we are only prolonging its inevitable demise. You stupid captain. What a disaster. The boat has... Oh god, not another 750? Alright. Well, we've only got... I think this is the last scrap pile. After that, we're going to have to just dismantle building. Like, how many houses have we got? We've got way too many houses. I mean, heat wave. I mean, we could easily, you know, dismantle a house. I mean, that's going to give us a ton of scrap back. I mean, you could get rid of another one probably, but let's hold off for the moment. That didn't give us as much scrap as I thought. Okay, any other bloody... Like, we've sort of ran out of useful research here. I mean, we could just pull the people out of the research. It's probably not... I mean, you could almost destroy the research. I don't know. Depends what happens after this. We get victory, but what happens in part 2? Now, this is not... No, it's not on automatic. That's fine. We're still not making any food. I mean, in case we need a solar farm, I'll boost it. Solar farm would make a lot of power right now, but we don't really need it. How much scrap's in that? That's almost gone. Crap, that's... Oh, that's going to be it. Okay, with most of the damage repaired, we choose who is to embark. For now, the ark is still functioning, but we are all on edge as it leaves the bay. Repair the boat and sail now. To Hull and back. What a disaster. Yep, alright, but we've got 4 happiness. Alright, we only got 1 more trip. Resource pile is gone. So we have, let me just flick around. I don't think we have any scrap left. Why is that powered off? Because nobody's working in there? That'd be why. Right. Now, we obviously have spare people. Wait, is that still not working? Does that fix it? No. Oh, it's probably because it's a filter. Hang on. Resentment. The camp is noticeably quieter. There is a menacing atmosphere just below the surface, masked in subtle gestures or glares. Work is disrupted when a fresh corpse with a caved-in skull is discovered behind the lighthouse. Known rivals of the man are brought into question. Reduce rivals' rations until culprit is outed. The small group are angry but do not deny responsibility. They work with half rations, knowing that soon they will be away from this place. Friends of the deceased want vengeance. Expel rivals from camp if culprit is not outed. No matter how tight-knit the group has become, nobody wants to be exiled. The murderer is identified and banished from the camp with no supplies. Yeah. Slow down. A string of unpleasant events and difficult decisions have resulted in a sour mood in the camp. We've all had enough. Many workers perform a slow-down strike. Some citizens seem to have even stopped caring at this point. Tensions will rise. Can they rise much more? Yeah, stop. It's not that. It's the filter. Change the filter. It's not the damn power. We don't need that power. So, the only thing we might need to do is see if we need to turn food back on, but otherwise, we've got plenty of houses. And that's got barely anybody in it. I mean, nobody even works in this thing. Put somebody in there for the sake of it. What stupid move is this fool driving the ship going to do this time? For our last potential trip. Bailing out. The Ark returns, but barely. It is taking on a lot of water. The crack in the hull is noticeably wider. We bail out the water and do our best to repair it. We glumly acknowledge that the next journey must be our last. We must get our affairs in order for the one last push. Seeing the ship in such a state, coupled with the added pressure, puts a dampener on proceedings. Understand. Right, so what are we getting our affairs in order for? I don't think anything at all, to be honest. I think we're just waiting now. We've done everything on that page. We haven't on this one, but done everything on that one. I don't know. I mean, if these were to carry over, then clearly I would just, like, do everything. And then they'd all carry over to the next play. Dot the I's and cross the T's. This is it, but are we ready? The Ark is holding together almost as precariously as we are. It's time to call back all expeditioners and gather our supplies. Every day we delay, tension will rise, but once we leave, there will be no coming back. Well, we don't have any expeditions out there. I don't know what supplies you want. Smart practices for heat wave laws have been voted. Did we not? I don't know. Still liking that one. Increased by 2 hours. I don't know if we really need that, but yeah, I'm not going to change it. We're not in a heat wave anyway, so. Actually, sorry. Before we do that, we still have more things we could vote for if we wanted to. Yeah, just vote for that. We won't implement it, we'll just vote it. I don't know if we need a lot of supplies. So we've run out of scrap, but we are still ticking. So that law does actually get you stuff coming through, which is good. Alright, all aboard. The Ark's hull was all but split in two. Even hammered and strapped together with scrap, we will constantly have to bail out the water. We've done all we can under extremely tough circumstances. We make our final choices. Any left behind now will have to fend for themselves. The camp fades into the distance. A better life supposedly awaits us, but at what cost? Sail now.
As the Ark bears the last of us away, our camp is lost behind the headland. Daring to believe we've made it, would let our shoulders sag. Hesitant, wary smiles begin to emerge as we look not behind, but ahead to the horizon. We do not know if this is the end of our tale, or simply the start of a new chapter. But one thing is for certain. Arcadia waits, and we are anxious to arrive.
There we go. They've sailed away. And we have victory. 70%. Okay. Not the greatest, but still a pass. I'll take it. Okay. 12 days survived. 14 deserted. 7 dead. 17 survived. 17 survivors. Well, is that technically right? I mean, we sent 36 people off, so I don't get that number. Locations explored 10, buildings researched 0. Yeah, well, they're all done. Outpost sets 0. I still don't know what that is. Upgrades researched 22. Laws voted 6. Laws applied 3. Okay, we have unlocked. Oh, so endless mode unlocked. Cool. And part 2 story unlocked. So, okay, part 2 chapters unlocked 1 of 4. So we've got the same options. So we can do this mode in endless. We can do it in that one now. And part 2 has 4 chapters. Well, there's horses, hunters. Okay, so this is going to be interesting. So the plan still for me is to finish all of the chapters, all of the story as we've been doing it, chapter by chapter. Then we'll probably come back and have a go at survival mode. And then I guess if we're still liking the game, we'll have a go at endless. Now, I don't know. These endless, 2 different tactics. I mean, like, is this a totally different play style? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. In the next video, obviously. because we're probably going a little bit over time, but I just had a feeling we were very close to finishing, so I wanted to just finish it off instead of starting a new video that had like 10 minutes in it. So yeah, hopefully you're enjoying it. I am. Longevity of the game is going to be the trick, because it's definitely enjoyable to go through once and read the story and do all of the stuff, but will I come back and play it over and over again? We'll have to see once we get to that point. But let me know your thoughts on that. And if you like the channel and you want to support it further, check the description below. The link to our Patreon site. There's also a YouTube thank you button down there. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do consider subscribing. Helps the channel out a lot, and I really do appreciate the support. Most importantly, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think of the game so far. Let me know, are you playing it? Feel free to give me any tips, tricks, advice, avoiding story spoilers, or ask me questions if you want help with your gameplay or anything at all. Feel free to also suggest other games and that sort of stuff and things you want me to do in this game. You know, just let me know. I read all the comments, answer every comment as soon as possible. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.